Donna is angry that I've set her up to do this talk. Okay.
That's not true. You just saying that.
Hypothetical.
Hypothetically. And so I might say, do you mean you're feeling that I don't care about the pressure you're under?
Yes.
Okay. You see, so and you have to get 3 yeses, and then you ask, do you feel fully understood on this issue?
No, not at all.
Okay. Do you mean that? Do you mean that I kind of tricked you into this?
Yes.
Okay. Do you mean?
It actually can make you start laughing a lot of the time when you see just what he does. His truths are. Okay.
Okay. Then, but also you can get say something that's wrong. So, do you mean that that this was a terrible idea?
No.
Okay, so I get 0 on that. You can get a yes is 1 point, a no is 0, or you can get a half if you say something that they say,
Maybe.
well, yeah, okay. So anyway, you end it with, do you feel fully understood? And then if you can't get it, you go, okay, well, maybe you can say again what I'm missing here.
Okay. You're missing that you forgot to tell me anything about this.
Yes. Do you mean that you wanted to see all the emails and all the exchanges?
No.
No.
Okay. So anyway, you get the idea there. The truth is that we sat down and talked about it, so I did tell her about it. But
No,
it's good for the role play.
That's
Yeah.
great. A demo's great.
Yeah. So that's the kind of thing that gets the couple ready
And feeling heard.
and feeling heard, feeling seen, feeling, and then once you've gotten on one another's wavelength, so that I can walk in her moccasins, I can say her position, and
Yeah.
she can say mine. Then we go back to the original issue, and we monitor ourselves so that the moment one of us starts to get triggered, we go back to the pact. We don't keep going. We go back to the pact because there was something missing in the attunement. But before you can get to the attunement, you want to get the energies. You want to do the energy thing. So doing that, it's like couples have a therapist in the room. You know, the pact becomes the therapist. These are the steps. This is what you do. And it is transformative because it is at these flashpoints that the real important parts of the relationship are getting shaped. So that's.
And for me as a kinesthetic and him as a digital, when I try to give his position and ask, do you mean, you can watch him start accessing his kinesthetic, or another one where he feels heard, and I'm knowing what he goes through and what he's feeling and what matters to him. And it's really good.
I'm reading a marriage book that says couples get bored with each other when they don't express their feelings, when they try to be nice and not confront it, then they get bored. So that was an insight for me. I hadn't thought of that, but I think you're getting at the same thing, that you are intimate when you're really sharing.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And it expands you. You keep expanding more and more if you don't shut your mouth. You know, you got to keep your mouth going. Not your mouth. For me, I have to get the energy going. For him, he's got a mouth, but he never gets anything. No.
Yeah. So it gives a structure to express your feelings and to make it really safe to express your feelings. And it's true. That's one of the things that keep things from being boring. For 43 years, I'm still amazed by what comes out of her mouth. You know, it's just so different. She just has such different equipment up there than I have, that it stays interesting. You know, it's not always easy, but it's interesting.
Gottman makes the point that it's not enough to communicate, because you can communicate clearly, I hate you, I resent you. So there has to be more than just clear communication.
Yes.
I mean, there really does have to be that attunement and that resolve come around, that you really, I mean, I believe it is about getting on the same wavelength with the other person. Here you are. I mean, the wavelength kind of goes like that, like a figure eight, a sideways figure eight. And you get on that with another person, and you have a rhythm together that just naturally happens. And it's not forced by communicating. It's allowed through this pact.
It's a kinesthetic thing.
Yes, yes.
It's not an intellectual thing. It's a felt.